dire dalla gente qua e là. Continua violenza, scandali, imbrogli e mali, dove sono finiti i veri grandi ideali? È vero, il mondo oggi si dipinge a tinte scure, senza tannoni equivoci e le scene crude e dure. Soldi facili, successi, colpiglia o se getta, però mi si permetta, non è questa la sola umanità. Conosco un'altra umanità, quella che spesso incontro per la strada, quella che non grida, quella che non schiaccia per emergere sull'altra gente. Conosco un'altra umanità, quella che non sa rubare per avere, ma sarà contenta di guadagnare il pane con il suo sudore. Credo in questa umanità, credo in questa umanità che vive nel silenzio, che ancora sa arrossire, sa abbassare gli occhi e sa scusare. Questa è l'umanità che mi fa sperare. Conosco un'altra umanità, quella che ora va controcorrente, quella che sa dare anche la sua vita per morire per la propria gente. Conosco un'altra umanità, quella che non cerca mai il suo posto al sole, quando sa che al mondo per miseria e fame tanta gente muore. Yeah, yeah. Credo in questa umanità, credo in questa umanità che abbatte le frontiere, che paga di persona, che non usa armi ma sa usare il cuore. Questa è l'umanità che crede nell'amore. Credo in questa umanità, ma fuerte, credo in questa umanità che abbatte le frontiere, che paga di persona, che non usa armi ma sa usare il cuore. Questa è l'umanità che crede nell'amore. Questa è l'umanità che crede nell'amore. Questa è l'umanità che crede nell'amore. Obrigado.
Okay, hello everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Good? Let's go. Hi, this is Taknami Gohari from Egypt. So greetings from the land of pharaohs. I'm so glad and grateful to be here with all of you here today. And you know what? I honestly consider myself very lucky to have been introduced to this very sincere culture of peace back when I was, almost 13 years old. Even before Living Peace has officially started. And doing the math, and in these 10 years, I've lived very strong experiences that mark my life one way or another, such as the Peace Festival organized together with Mr. Carlos, together in the Middle East of in the middle of the Arab Spring Revolution in Egypt, when we were trying really to testify that peace is possible in the middle of completely the opposite context. So these experiences, opened my heart to the world, discovering that humanity is actually the biggest family anyone could ever have. So by participating in the World Peace Forum even later in Luxembourg in 2013, preparing all the details for the forum, and then going back again, doing all the preparations in Cairo and then in Brazil in 2016 with all the young people from all over the world. So many moments, so many details, and so many feelings that were changing my heart and making my pain and all the struggles one could see into a testimony and joy of humanity to everyone. So today, I'm 25 years old, so not very much, and hope that is not very much. And I can say that by living peace is a lifestyle for me. Is something that it's not a project that I implement and leave behind. It's really all the feeling of love. It's really to live one another and to give the ability and to have the ability to forgive. And it's the notion by all means to forgive and to really give without a return. The adult life, I'm currently working, and sometimes it's not a piece of cake. And as a full-timer, stressful work, and so many people with many backgrounds, living peace has been my backbone, has been my lifestyle. It's what has made me really complete till the end. And it has really grown my inside soul and mind, and it always makes me remember that peace is in the heart. When I'm the first one to take the first step, and I'm the one that I should begin to love, regardless of the situation. And I find myself in. So this is, and this will be, my way to contribute all the way and to the more united world, fraternal peace world, and culture deeply, sincerely, and with all my emotions. That's what I can tell my representation from now, 25, 35, 65. I'll just be giving this feelings to one another, and I really try to commit as much as I can, because sometimes it's hard, but it's doable. And from this, the Orlando Pharaohs, and sending you all the hugs during these hard times of the world. And yeah, thank you so much for the time that you've listened to me. And I hope that the 20th anniversary, 15th, all the way, we're just going to be a bigger family and a bigger circle where we all do our contributions really deep from the heart, and to really have it, own it, and position it as much as we can, because it's the continuity that makes us completed. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to see you again soon. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye. Salam.
Hello to everyone. It's with deep emotion and a big joy that I welcome you, and I thank you for being with us today to celebrate this 10th anniversary of the birth of Living Peace International. My name is Carlos Palma. I am Uruguayan, and 10 years ago, I was living in Cairo when I started this adventure. 10 years, yes. A short but so eventful history, full of adventures and challenges that have transformed thousands and thousands of hearts into wonderful instrument of peace in the world. Pakinam, who opened this program, is an example of this unexpected, extraordinary experience. One day like this, 10 years ago at Road American College, I asked my principal, Ms. Shireen Eladli, for permission to start a new peace strategy with elementary school under the direction of Dr. Rania Sacker. Was the practice of the Dice of Peace combined with the proposal of the timeout for peace. My only intention was to give the students a chance to experience peace in their hearts and among themselves, while outside, in the streets of Cairo, the situation was the opposite. I will never have imagined that for these children, these two instruments will be so important. And it started a project that will reach 130 countries on all continents. Children, teens, and young people of all cultures and religions. And not only that, but also adults of all ages, universities, social and religious centers, associations, foundations, youth movements, and worldwide organizations. In these 10 years, it has contributed to the creation of a culture of peace that starts in the personal life and widens into concrete action in various fields: cultural, sporting, artistic, social, ecological, and so on. This is the reason why we invited all of you to be here today, to celebrate together the many efforts for peace, to introduce you to some of the first protagonists of this adventure, to those who then spread it in the different continents, to listen to their experiences and share their emotions, all intermingled with some artistic contribution of our young people and partners of Living Peace International.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hart, and I am from the Philippines. Today, there are many of us here online to celebrate and witness that peace is possible when it begins in our hearts. And when we transmit it by putting into practice the values that peace inspire in us, then definitely we will live in peace. I too was one of the many who were inspired by this. I joined with joy and motivation the peace education program proposed by Living Peace. Today, we know that many students, teachers, parents, and friends, representatives, and various foundations and partner organizations join us online through our YouTube channel. To all of you, our warmest greetings.
Living Peace was born thanks to a dice that all of you, all of us, we know, the dice of peace. Today, present all over the world in different versions. This dice has a source of inspiration, the art of loving, presented by Chiara Lubick, founder of the Focolare movement, an international movement born in Trento in 1943 and now present in 180 countries. The goal of which is unity, and the tool to achieve it is love. Living Peace International wanted to be during these years an expression of this desire of unity and fraternity, giving its specific contribution to committing itself, spreading peace and its culture. Margaret Carran, the current president of the Focolare movement, sent us a message.
Roca di Papa, 5th of February 2022. Dear friends of Living Peace International, it is a great joy for me to celebrate with you the 10th anniversary of this beautiful and promising project. What can I tell you from the bottom of my heart? An immense gratitude to each and everyone for the sincere and concrete commitment to build a world of peace and harmony. It is truly wonderful to see your enthusiasm and creativity in responding to the cry of humanity in our times. You are a significant sign of hope. This project, which began like a small seed, has grown into a healthy tree, which offers a new vision of life, a culture of caring, loving, and sharing. May it grow more and more, spreading peace and unity across the globe. I am with you through my prayers and with all my love as you build fragments of fraternity and unity wherever you are. Together, we will make it. I wish you all the best for this important event. that it may be another step ahead in our common effort to build a united human family. Signed, Margaret. As they say, gratitude is the memory of the heart. As we celebrate the 10th year of Living Peace, let us recall a memory of what happened on the 5th of February 2012, a school in Road American College in Cairo, Egypt. At that time, the headmaster of the college was Miss Shireen El Adli. She now lives in London but wanted to be here with us to share what happened that day and what significance it brought for the life of the college. Friends, let us welcome Miss Shireen.
It's an honor and a great pleasure for me to be with you here today to celebrate 10 years of Living Peace. Living Peace. It all began in Cairo, Egypt, in a Ruwaida American College on February 5th. In my office 10 years ago, when Mr. Carlos, cheerful as always, came carrying a big dice and said, "That is the dice of peace." I was very curious. Mr. Carlos began to explain how to use the dice and suggested using it in the elementary stage. And I was so convinced that I said, "Well, let's give it a try." The dice carried a simple message of one sentence on each side. The words were simple but deep in meaning. They teach values and could cross borders and reach people all over the world, regardless of their religion, color, or race. Using the dice of peace every morning to begin the day had a positive effect on the behavior of students and even the teachers. A warm feeling of fraternity, love, peacefulness, and forgiveness grew between the students and had a positive effect on the whole school community. More and more schools in Egypt and around the world began using the dice of peace, and even special needs organizations. At Al Ruwaid College, we held regular meetings with the first 20 schools joining Living Peace. We shared our experiences in using the dice of peace and the time out of peace. We celebrated our efforts every year by organizing Run for Unity, an activity that included different arts, sports, and poetry, and activities for children and students of different ages from partner schools and organizations. Mr. Carlos began organizing peace festivals, training, and workshops with the participation of teachers, leaders of groups, and of Folklore movement. Letters of support and encouragement began to arrive from peace leaders such as Malala, from personalities in the field of diplomacy, education, and art, from Minister of Culture and Education, from different countries, and from the King of Spain. But above all, an incredible adventure began for our students. Some of them traveled to Spain, Luxembourg, exchanging their experiences with other Living Peace schools and participating in the World Peace Forum at the European Parliament headquarters in Luxembourg, until in 2015, the first Youth World Peace Forum was held in Cairo with young people from 26 countries. It was an occasion at which the first young peace ambassadors were nominated. They were children and teenagers from many countries, an exciting and prophetic moment. And this is how it all began, with a simple idea and big hearts for people who believe that the whole world would be united in goodwill for a better world for all. I would never have imagined that that small cardboard dice would have such a big effect on the hearts of thousands and thousands of students in Egypt, in the Middle East, and later on around the whole world. Our school was known by many and had opened its doors to schools from all countries, an unforgettable experience for those students who were protagonists in the front row. For me, as an educator, for so many years to see it born and grow and spread in the world has been a very special experience. Now, after 10 years, the rich experience of life that I had gained from Living Peace will always be in my heart and in my mind, wherever I am, wherever I do, whatever I do. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's an honor to be with you. Thank you so much.
a special video, an historical video. Pakinam, at the beginning of the program, has already introduced us to those special days. Now, we are going to see a real protagonist of the beginning of Living Peace in 2012. The children who were so convinced that peace is possible, living it in a concrete way, managed to spread to the world school and to many other countries in the world. These moments were full of deep motivation for the students and for the teachers. Then we will listen to Ali Samir, one of these pupils, now a young university student, and Omnia Elda, one of the teachers who immediately joined the project with heart and soul, putting all her talents at the service of peace education proposed by Living Peace.
It is so simple. A dice with 6 rules and a great desire to change. Love is the key. Live for peace in class with the 6 rules is contagious. The whole school begins the adventure.
And the practice of the Time Out World of Peace. At 12 noon, the students involved in the Living Peace project stop all over the world in class for a minute of silence and reflection about peace.
The time out help us to remember every day all those children like us who cannot go to school because of the wars.
Dice of Peace is very important to my life because it gives me the possibility of building a better relationship with my classmates and teachers based on love, not on competence or rivalry.
I am proud to be a protagonist of a project that has spread all over the world.
With my classmates, we feel responsible for making the other students to know more about the project.
Our dream is becoming a reality, spreading more and more all over the world, and we don't know when it will arrive.
I've seen where students were so influenced by helping one another, becoming friends to those who they have never been friends before. I think the DICE has really changed the life of all the students here. It's so wonderful.
Culture of Peace is already a reality because we, the 70,000 young people, is practicing the Living Peace project, has been experiencing in our hearts and among others.
It is to you, to me, the responsibility of educating the new generation to a culture of peace. They will be the real protagonists in the future to come.
Hello everyone, my name is Ali. I'm from Sudan, but I'm living in Egypt since I was 8 years old. I'm glad to be here with you to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the project that together with my classmates we started when I was only 10 years old. Now I'm a university student and I keep in my heart those wonderful years where we began to practice every day in class the dice of peace and to do the timeout. They were years full of love, peace, and strong unity among all of us. We had started something very important in our lives, and we felt happy, full of motivation and desire to be builders of peace in the world. I keep wonderful experiences in my heart, like the International Peace Festivals we organized every year with the participations of many schools around the world. It was wonderful to see this project growing and spreading in so many countries. I also remember the immense joy it was to travel with Mr. Carlos, Mr. Mahmoud, and some of my classmates to Spain and meet students from several schools already participating in Living Peace. This project has changed my life 180 degrees because I understood that peace begins with me, that I had to be one to take the first step in building peace by putting myself at the service of others, accepting and loving everyone without distinction. Now, many things have changed in my life and my challenges are different. But inside me, I keep the same conviction that peace is possible. And wherever I am or whatever I do, I want to be an instrument of peace for the world. Thank you. And I'm honored to be here with you again. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Omnia. As you watched the video, I'm one of the people who started this project long ago with Mr. Carlos. I'm so glad to be here among you to share 10 years of love, 10 years of hope, 10 years of peace and fraternity. 10 years ago, the Dice of Peace was just a small idea, a hope that never thought to go viral as it reached nowadays as I watch those people around. Today, I would like to share with you how much the Dice of Peace affected the lives of my students and mine too. The Dice came at the most appropriate time in our lives. Actually, the atmosphere in my country was very tense and the situation was not that good at all. This time we discovered a way to live and communicate peacefully with our lives. Through the written phrases that was found on the faces of the dice, a generation of pure souls was born. Young hearts who live in peace with their hearts, minds, and actions are now found. At the beginning of the practice of the dice, for the students, it was just a game, a small game, but quickly it turned into something very important and dear to us. We couldn't start the day without rolling the dice. Little by little, my students and I learned to accept the others, to give unconditional love, and to listen to others, and have the ability to forgive, and to live as a giver more than a taker. One day, I was the happiest ever when I received a feedback from a parent saying that the Dice of Peace has changed the life of his son. And now he still lives this phrase even when he goes home to meet his parents and siblings. I can't express how proud I was, and still, till nowadays, with the seeds of peace and acceptance that we have planted in the hearts and souls of our students. The practice of the time out in class was one of the best ways of making the thoughts of my students fly high in the sky. Tell you the truth, thinking of people who are far beyond, and pray for the unknowns and those who need peace. 10 years ago, in our hearts, we planted seeds of peace, committing ourselves to make them grow in us and around us. Today, as I see with great emotion and deep gratitude to the first children protagonists, that our commitment, along with the commitment of many other children, teens, and youth around the world, has contributed to the creation of a new culture based on the values of peace and fraternity. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm so glad, and happy 10th anniversary, Living Peace. Thank you so much.
In September 2013, the Focolare movement organized a congress about education in Castel Gandolfo entitled Learning Fraternity. The meeting aimed to share good practices and initiatives carried out in very different cultural contexts to bring out common pedagogical lines based on fraternity and peace. 650 educators from 35 countries were present. Among them was Carlos Palma, who presented his experience in Cairo for the first time in public. Many of those present were enthusiastic and immensely embraced the project to take it to their countries. We invited Fatima Prieto from Brazil and Gabriel Pesson from Argentina to share with us what it meant to them.
Conheci o Living Peace em 2013 na Itália, no Encontro Learning Fraternity, onde eu vi a experiência de Carlos Palma com os seus alunos no Egito em 2012, o que chamou muito a minha atenção. Ao retornar para o Brasil, na escola onde eu era diretora, o cenário era desolador. Eu não via a união entre a equipe. Então eu lembrei-me das experiências e propus à pedagoga de jogarmos o dado da paz com os nossos alunos. Em pouco tempo, a situação da escola mudou. Menos agressividade e muito mais motivação em alunos e professores que descobriram que nos valores apresentados pelo dado, uma nova maneira de viver e de se relacionar com as pessoas ao seu redor. Os professores, vendo os resultados, quiseram adotar a proposta e ainda levaram para outras escolas. Após o Fórum Internacional da Paz em 2016, que ocorreu em Florianópolis, que foi organizado pelo Living Peace, o projeto difundiu-se por várias regiões do Brasil. Também o Fórum Nacional Educar para a Paz em Ibiporã, que ocorreu logo em seguida, foi um outro impulso ao projeto, né? E inspirados no grande dado de paz de Trento, sugerimos aos prefeitos das cidades de colocarem grandes dados giratórios em suas praças públicas. Hoje são 25 grandes dados do Brasil. Nesses 2 anos de pandemia, apesar das dificuldades, seguimos com ações concretas possíveis. E fazer parte da grande rede internacional, com a vivência do dado da paz e o Time Out, nos ajudaram muito a seguir avante. 9 anos após o início no Brasil, hoje eu vejo com uma grande alegria e uma profunda emoção 280 pontos de vida e difusão do Living Peace do Brasil. Tantas atividades, tantos professores, diretores de escola, pais, alunos, catequistas, tantos parceiros, todos trabalhando em sinergia pela paz. Para mim, como pessoa e educadora, constatando tantos frutos em minha vida e ao meu redor, sinto que vale a pena continuar doando minhas melhores energias ao nosso projeto e assim contribuir para um mundo mais fraterno y comprometido con la justicia y la paz.
Todo comenzó cuando mi novia volvía de Italia después de hacer una experiencia de 1 año de vida fraterna y de trabajo y me trajo como regalo un libro de experiencias con el dado de la paz en Trento, sabiendo que yo estaba buscando una manera de que mis alumnos pudieran tener una experiencia de aprendizaje más vivencial. Así comencé a poner en práctica el dado de la paz en mi clase. El Colegio San Jorge, donde trabajaba desde la colectividad árabe de Rosario, desde hacía años venía buscando la forma de poder motivar a sus alumnos a aprender la lengua y la cultura de sus abuelos, de sus bisabuelos. Por eso se nos ocurrió poder traducir las experiencias con el dado de la paz de los alumnos para compartir con otros de lengua árabe. Así tomé contacto por primera vez, nada más y nada menos que con el profesor Carlos Palma, que me introdujo de lleno en el proyecto Living Peace y amplió totalmente mi mirada, dándome una conciencia mucho más global de este compromiso por la paz. Así, aparte de los alumnos, se fueron sumando también las experiencias de los propios docentes de lengua y literatura árabe y de religión, por ejemplo. Sumarme al proyecto Living Peace Internacional me hizo conocer y trabajar en red con personas e instituciones de mi país, como Mimos para tus Ojos, 1000 Milenios de Paz, el Movimiento de los Focolares, la Secretaría de Niños, Niñas y Adolescentes de la provincia de Córdoba. Junto también con otros docentes de mi misma ciudad, también implementamos la Expo EduPaz. Una vez al año, un colegio recibía alumnos de distintas instituciones que compartían sus experiencias con el método 6x1, el dado de la paz, el time out, y generaba vínculos entre ellos. Esos mismos alumnos, esos mismos jóvenes también fueron reconocidos como jóvenes embajadores de paz. Y hoy en día, esos docentes que acompañaban son también coordinadores de Living Peace para Argentina. Así es Living Peace, comienza con un pequeño gran gesto de amor y termina desbordándose en algo extraordinario. Adelante y felicidades.
To all the questions in my life. Will I be alone? Will you be there by my side? Is it something you said? Is it something you did? I wonder why. Are you searching for a reason to be kind? To be He said, pray for me, brother. nobody. The hypocrite needs to stop. Take a look at the other. I'm not ashamed of poverty. Need to be making his life better. So think about it. Thinking about it once more. Cause life is a blessing. No, it's not just a show. Round and round the world is spinning around. We didn't be singing the prayer. We didn't be singing it now. Round and round the world is turning around. We didn't be singing the prayer. We didn't be singing it now. Didn't we feel the power? Didn't we feel the faith? We didn't be coming together just to win this race. Didn't we feel the power? Didn't we feel the faith? We didn't be coming together just to win this race. Round and round the world is spinning around. We didn't be singing the prayer. We didn't be singing it loud. Round and round the world is turning around. We didn't be singing the prayer. We didn't be singing it loud. Are you searching for a reason?
I think the whole world should be peaceful.
To be kind.
Truly, peace can be expressed in many different forms, and one of which is through dance. So we thank Akash and his friends from India for that wonderful dance for peace. And also, we would like to thank Fatima and Gabriel for the inspiring words, for sharing to us the important moments of how they lived the values and aspirations of living peace in their school, and of course, from their two great South American countries. And now we invite Carla from Portugal, Pilar Margal from Spain, and Bobby Philip from Sudan to tell us how they came to know living peace and its significance to their lives and educational work.
É com imensa alegria que há 10 anos o projeto Living Peace entra na minha escola. Soube do projeto e no conselho de turma, da turma da qual era diretora de turma, fiz a proposta do mesmo, que foi aceite e incluída no projeto curricular de turma. A partir desse momento, começámos a fazer algumas iniciativas em torno da paz, com muitos adeptos e muita colaboração de todos. Lançámos a proposta do dado da paz e do time-out e os alunos começaram a escrever os seus diários de paz e sempre que tinham aula ao meio-dia, pediam aos professores para pararem e pensarem, pedirem pela paz. No Dia Escolar da Não Violência e da Paz, que se comemora anualmente no dia 30 de janeiro, lançámos o time-out em todas as turmas do agrupamento. Já há vários anos que o projeto Living Peace faz parte do Plano Anual de Atividades e um aspecto a realçar do projeto é a possibilidade de trabalhar com várias disciplinas e com vários projetos que existem no agrupamento, possibilitando assim juntar alunos de vários níveis de ensino. Um exemplo, o projeto Living Peace juntou-se à campanha Papel por Alimentos, que é uma ação promovida pela Federação Portuguesa dos Bancos Alimentares, com contornos ambientais e de solidariedade. Todo o papel recolhido é convertido em produtos alimentares a distribuir pelos mais carenciados. O projeto Living Peace veio trazer à nossa escola uma nova dinâmica, a importância dos valores, com o destaque para a paz, solidariedade, partilha e respeito, transmitidos pelo projeto, potenciaram o trabalho com os alunos, ajudando-os a aprender melhor e a serem melhores. Hoje é um dia muito apropriado para dizer obrigada, Living Peace, por todo o trabalho, empenho, generosidade e responsabilidade que têm colocado no vosso trabalho e pelo impulso que nos dão para trabalhar em prol da paz, contribuindo assim para uma educação para a cidadania.
Conocí Living Peace en noviembre de 2013 a través de una amiga que participó en un congreso internacional de educación Learning Fraternity. Inmediatamente comprendí que se trataba de un proyecto de vida, ya que la paz comenzaba dentro de mi corazón en la medida que me ponía a amar concretamente. De allí la importancia del dado de la paz, que me ayudaba a concretizarlo. Desde entonces, apenas me levanto, tiro el dado. Y la frase que me sale, trato de vivirla durante todo el día y después transmitirla a los demás. Poco después, comuniqué este proyecto y lo propuse en mi escuela en Santa Coloma de Farnés, porque como educadora me parecía fundamental la formación de las nuevas generaciones a la cultura de paz. Poco a poco, allí en la escuela se fueron involucrando los profesores de las distintas materias. También aumentó el número de alumnos que participaban. Participamos en actividades propuestas por Living Peace, tanto dentro como fuera de la escuela. Participamos en una exposición de dibujos de paz, en las jornadas internacionales que se hicieron en Egipto y en Uruguay, mandando mensajes de paz, mandando también piezas musicales, poemas. También hacíamos el time out en una plaza del pueblo, involucrando a otros colegios. Durante este periodo se nombraron 3 jóvenes embajadoras de paz. Así, nuestros colegios se abrían al mundo y al mismo tiempo muchos colegios del mundo entraban en muchos otros colegios. Poco a poco el vivir la paz y por la paz a través de Living Peace se difundió en toda España. Actualmente se involucran unas 25.000 personas en más de 100 centros entre 50 ciudades y pueblos. Son escuelas públicas, privadas, de primaria, de secundaria, algunas universidades. Son grupos juveniles, parroquias y asociaciones de todo tipo. En fin, en estos 9 años hemos intentado dar nuestra contribución a la paz a partir del protagonismo de vida de cada uno.
I'm not just lucky, but blessed to know, learn, and to be part of Living Peace International. I got an opportunity to teach in Ruwat American College in Cairo, where Living Peace had started. In Egypt, with Living Peace Pioneers, I got a chance to practice how to be a peacemaker out of a comfort zone. Living Peace helped me to understand others and to open a peaceful gate to let them understand me. When I had started using the Living Peace aspect, I never felt that I am a foreigner. I love the environment, people, by living the present moment in unity and for peace. Returning to Sudan was not easy to have time for regular commitments because of situation and my country, but I didn't give up, sharing the Living Peace goals with the practice of the Dice of Peace, the time out, and main activities in my class as a part of my lesson in some schools where I have taught during the last years. For me, it was a good opportunity to put into practice the creative imagination to involve the students in the peace education proposed by Living Peace. Made a simple and concrete gestures for peace according to the dice, and creating peace songs, painting mandals to exchange with other countries, and essays for peace to practice in international competitions. During the beginning of a pandemic, where country locked down, all citizens used to spend their day along the River Nile to have their meals there. So I got that chance, and I invited too many youth to live the values proposed by Living Peace and use its instruments. We used to spend all day in or beside the river, and night in front of my house around the fire cooking shells for more protection from COVID, to share our stories and how we live and spread peace in this specific moment that it was so in need. I think that here in Sudan, people are hungry to peace, are ready to listen, learn, and to know more about Living Peace. They need more practical activities and events to learn how to put this Living Peace aspects in practice in our environment. I become like a river, and they became like a green tree, nice in look, but still without many fruits. I'm sure one day there will be a plentiful fruit. So today, I renew my commitment with you, all in order that this wish become true very soon.
Nous sommes tous burundais.
Ensemble, nous avons partagé cette chanson de paix.
Nous espérons qu'elle va vous plaire. Partagez ce message, s'il vous plaît.
Chante tous pour la paix. Frères et sœurs, chantons pour la paix. Pese ame, Moserine, frères et sœurs, chantons pour la paix. Chantons tous la même chanson. Frères et sœurs, nous chanterons. Amani, sote kwa pamoja. Amani, frères et sœurs, nous chanterons.
twinyigiye igihugu dusenyere ku mugozi umwe dufatane mu nda twese hamwe mu rukundo ejo ni heza tuzidegembya mu rukundo dusangira akabisi n'agahiye amahoro mu gihugu cyacu
Amahoro niyo soko iterambere dufatane twese hamwe turi bamwe
Chantons tous pour la paix. Frères et sœurs, chantons pour la paix. Pese ame, Moserine, frères et sœurs, chantons pour la paix. Chantons tous la même chanson. Frères et sœurs, nous chanterons. Amani, sote kwa pamoja. Amani, frères et sœurs, nous chanterons. Barudi tunataka amani.
2015 was a very important year in our history of living peace. After having carried out 3 international peace festivals, we wanted to organize the first World Youth Peace Festival in Cairo with the support of the World Peace Forum of the Schengen Peace Foundation in Luxembourg, with the presence of 1,300 students from 28 countries. Allow me to remember a person who has been very important in the history of living peace and who passed away just 4 days ago, Dominicus Rode, the founder and president of the World Peace Forum. We have no words to express our sorrow for this loss and to thank Domenico for so many years of support. Vicky Hansen, the president of the Luxembourg Peace Prize Committee and the World Peace Forum in Luxembourg, is now here with us online to represent him today in this celebration. At the same time that we celebrate this 10th anniversary of Living Peace, is being Domenico's funeral and burial of the north of Argentina. Coincidence? I don't think so. Perhaps a visible sign of the even stronger partnership for peace that we will continue to build by uniting heaven and earth. So I will invite you to honor Dominicus Rode for a minute of silence. Thank you. On that occasion, the first Youth World Peace Forum, a new reality was born in a strong synergy with Universal Circle of Peace Ambassadors, the young peace ambassadors, from 6 to 25 years old. They are children, teens, and youth of living peace who have demonstrated with their life, actions, and words a strong commitment to peace and its culture, recognized at international level as a true ambassadors of peace. We remember with emotion the very first children, only 5 years old, of the Raggio di Sole school, Samdin school in Croatia, who became little ambassadors. Madame Gabrielle Simon, world president of the Universal Circle of Peace Ambassadors, sent us a nice message where she says, among other things, after several participation in events, I could see the peace work that Living Peace does with schools children in different countries of the world. On the occasion of the celebration of 10 years of existence, I would like to express all my gratitude and admiration for the international project and renew all my supports. We know that Madame Gabrielle Simon is here with us online, so we would like to greet her, to greet you, Madame Gabrielle, in very special way, thanking you for all the support and confidence you have placed in the project, in me, and in all these young people who now number more than 600 in the world. In December 2019, with the Universal Circle of Peace Ambassadors, we held the first Formation Congress in Madrid, with the participation of young people from 39 countries, a rich and fundamental experience for their future. At this moment, many of them are online with us, and we invited 2 of them to share their experiences, their adventure, Maria from Lebanon and Daryl from the Philippines.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing great. I'm Maria, a peace ambassador from Lebanon. I started my journey with Living Peace in 2018. I began with the well-known projects, as all of us did, the Dice of Peace, the Time Out, and from that time till now, I grew up in the international network of Living Peace, meeting people from several countries. So it's like this one huge worldwide family that showed me that differences are not obstacles, but opportunities. And in 2020, so 2 years ago, I was given the big challenging title of Peace Ambassador. But then I asked myself, so now what? What is my role as a Peace Ambassador? And at some point, I knew it was living and spreading peace within myself first and in the environment around me. And of course, staying committed with the different projects of Living Peace International. And I realized that this starts in the daily in the small details of my daily life, such as the image I have of myself, the friendships and relationships I have, the vision of the world, and the mindset I adopt. Peace can be spread through a smile, through an ear to listen, and through a hand to hold. And as volunteering is the biggest part of my life, I decided to work in this field in a peaceful way. So, as I do take care of kids, I incorporated the culture and the values of Living Peace through many activities that help the kids in developing their communication and leadership skills. At the same time, I got the chance to share the project of Living Peace with my colleagues at university, and especially the Dice of Peace that has been used in many social and religious events. Also, we highlighted the importance of peace in religion, economy, and politics through Fratelli Tutti and many debates. You know the Fratelli Tutti by the Pope Francis. So, in the middle of the economic and political crisis that Lebanon is facing, we're still finding opportunities with the few resources we have to build a new, peaceful mindset for the upcoming generation. And in the deepest misery of our current situation, the tiny beam of light that peace brings to our lives keeps shining no matter what. And it keeps growing to become big, big enough to change the world. Thank you.
Hello and greetings from the Philippines. I am Daryl and I was privileged to receive the recognition as Peace Ambassador on September 2020 during the celebration of the International Peace Day. It helped me recognize and appreciate my human capacity to love and to share and to do something to realize the establishment of peace in my community. Being a Peace Ambassador is not only a privilege, nor just an honor, but a responsibility, a day-to-day commitment to love and to live for peace. As Peace Ambassador, I try my best to faithfully do the time out for peace every day. Significantly, this action must be shared with others too. So in my classes, I invited and encouraged my students to do the same. We did the time out for peace before we start or end the class. The students were moved by this simple yet impactful activity. I realized that by devoting myself in time out every day, it enlivens me and my desire to be more generous in sharing to others. For me, to be an ambassador of peace means to make my life a communicator of peace in hopes that I must first conquer day after day in my heart and give concrete answers among the homeless brethren in the streets. Bring joy of Christmas to our life experts and the elderly. I also started to involve other youth of Living Peace to help the people affected by the volcanic eruption or the typhoon lately in the northern Philippines. But it is also a commitment that becomes concrete with very simple gestures like a smile, a word of encouragement to those who need it. And to do so not only because it is necessary, but also to emphasize the truth that all of us are humans and being good is innate to us. And today I celebrate the 10th year anniversary with deep gratitude for the path we walked together with many other young ambassadors of peace in the world. And I would like to renew my commitment to live so that peace reaches many hearts and contributes to the creation of culture of peace so needed today. Thank you.
We talked about the work done in synergy with the World Peace Forum and the Universal Circle of Peace Ambassadors. In fact, 82 international peace foundations, associations, and organizations are working in close synergy with Living Peace. One of them is Elephants for Peace, with whom we met in that first World Youth Peace Forum in Cairo. Since then, we have participated together in several initiatives of each other, recognizing ourselves as brothers and sisters, walking together with the same passion for peace education. Here with us is its founder and president, Rosemarie Guénaud, whom we welcome and ask to tell us something about this unique synergy.
Hello, everybody. I'm welcoming you. A lot of greetings to the United Living Peace family. Yes, I'm very, very grateful and delighted to be able to celebrate with you these 10 years of Living Peace. And we were in great synergy right from the beginning. And it's thanks to Dominikus Roeder, that we flew to Cairo, me and my husband, and I will present you the long years now that we spent together living peace and Elephants for Peace. So here we are in this first Youth World Peace Forum in Cairo, where we were greeted by Carlos Palma and Magdi, who had been tirelessly preparing this great event. And the team of teachers and students of the Howard American College were such a great synergy and energetic enthusiasm that, that we were met. Our workshop, We're Painting Elephants, Peace Elephants, was stormed by a young and enthusiastic crowd, and we had no time to take our breath, so great was the creative urge. We met the most wonderful people and learned so much about Egypt and its welcoming people. It was truly amazing. Here you see children of the Roeder family painting. They were, of course, there. We were united. We're still united. In Cairo, we understood that Elephants for Peace and Living Peace are working on the same line, bringing peace and enthusiasm together to work for peace with and for the young generation, so to support their joy and strength for a harmonious life to all. In Florianopolis, we went to the World Peace Forum, and Carlos Palma had organized the Young World Peace Forum for the young section. And again, we were greeted and united in one family, working together for peace on so many different levels. In 2017, I participated in the first formation of Living Peace Congress in Castel Gandolfo, where so many of the valuable coordinators of the projects from around the world met. Here you see the workshop we did also with the elephant, and the beautiful elephant that was produced and went to Catania right after, because Grace made it possible, and so many other Living Peace coordinators, where we had all the international exhibition and live workshop with many schools of Living Peace in Catania, including with an incredible March for Peace, painting elephants. Catania 2018, here you see wonderful Carlos, thank you, and Grace holding one of the productions. Many elephants had been sent. Now we're in Madrid again, which was already mentioned, we celebrated the young peace ambassadors from around the world, and I am so delighted that I could share this experience with you and help grow the Living Peace family. Granada, Barcelona, Haifa, each encounter is very special and heartfelt. The tremendous dedication of Carlos and each team that supports Living Peace is a beacon of light into our world. There are so many other meetings with schools and groups to testify our work together in Granada, Madrid, Barcelona, Haifa in 2020, and through the Zoom in many other cities in the world have demonstrated the urgency and the importance of working together for peace. Show you some photos. Here's the Holy Land, where the youngsters are standing in front of their school, presenting you with much urge their powerful peace elephants. The team in the Holy Land, the team in Kenya, and of course we produced a beautiful peace dice together, Carlos and me making a selection in 2020, hoping that it will bring joy and make your creative work more rich and lovable. Talk and act with wisdom. Be patient with the others are one of the 6 sides. Yeah, we are a united Living Peace family. All the wonderful elephants produced in Uruguay, Panama, Brazil, Argentina, Africa, France, Spain, and Portugal are so often from the united Living Peace family. You are picking up on the ideas and spreading joy and hope in so many directions. Living Peace is the concept needed, and make such an exhilarated effect in this world. Working with Living Peace is a joy and a friendship, joining heaven on earth. Thank you. It's a wonderful teamwork. Thank you. End of the presentation. I embrace you all and hope we're going to celebrate the 20 years together much bigger.
Thank you, Nicolas. Thank you for letting us enjoy this beautiful melody by Schubert. Nicolas, who is a young peace ambassador, who will be 16 years old tomorrow, has managed to realize one of his dreams with courage and determination to inaugurate last September 21st a music conservatory for disadvantaged children with already has 30 students preparing to become communicators of peace through music. Living Peace has become so widespread that the need for more support on several fronts has arisen. The AMU Association, Azione per un Mondo Unito, is the house that welcomes and promotes the project. And right from the AMU website, we can support Living Peace actions and coordination for the next 10 years and beyond. Each one of us can contribute to a small or large donation as a result from a personal commitment or maybe from fundraising action, share it with our network. In the YouTube chat, you will find the direct link to access the Donate Online section where you can choose the Living Peace project. Now, we invite Cecilia Landucci from Italy, the Vice President of AMU, who share with us something of this new stage.
Ho conosciuto Carlos nel 2013 al Learning Fraternity, un convegno internazionale sull'educazione a Castel Gandolfo vicino a Roma che ho aiutato a organizzare. In quell'occasione Carlos e alcuni allievi della sua scuola del Cairo raccontano l'esperienza che stanno vivendo, esperienze di pace e di fraternità scaturite dalla messa in pratica di alcune frasi di un dado che lanciano ogni mattina, questo per dare vita e speranza di pace in un momento di particolare violenza per le manifestazioni di Piazza Tahrir. Molti in quell'assemblea di più di 800 persone sono interessati a collaborare al progetto e quindi il maggio successivo vado al Cairo per partecipare alla manifestazione pubblica del progetto a cui partecipano molte scuole del Cairo e non solo. Bambini, ragazzi, giovani, insieme ai loro insegnanti e ai dirigenti, danno vita a una giornata di festa, di gioia, di canzoni, di esperienze vissute, che mi fanno capire che questo piccolo seme contiene dei valori condivisibili. Il progetto va avanti, si partecipano sempre più scuole e associazioni. Con Carlos scriviamo i primi booklet che servono per dare delle linee guida, per aiutare e per mettere in contatto le varie parti del mondo. Nel 2015 partecipo di nuovo al Cairo al primo forum mondiale della pace dei giovani con 50 giovani dell'Europa e del Medio Oriente. Si scambiano esperienze, ci si conosce tra culture diverse e questo mi fa rendere ancora più consapevole quanto sia importante conoscere e avere contatti con gli altri per poter far sì che la parola pace non sia solo uno slogan ma diventi un progetto di vita di tutti e di ciascuno. Living Peace arriva in tante altre parti del mondo, in luoghi impensabili e si capisce che c'è bisogno di una maggiore strutturazione, organizzazione, di una casa per questo progetto. L'AMO nel 2016 diventa la casa di Living Peace. L'AMO è Azione Mondo Unito che da più di 35 anni si occupa di cooperazione allo sviluppo e di educazione alla cittadinanza globale. Insieme all'AMO, Carlos e tutta la segreteria che viene formata organizza e mette insieme e coordina tutte le varie attività di Living Peace. Per esempio nel 2017 viene fatto un primo incontro internazionale dei coordinatori di Living Peace a Castel Gandolfo. E questa è un'avventura che ancora ci vede protagonisti e vede protagonisti molti di voi, aprendo cuori e mani di tanti giovani, ragazzi, bambini e non solo, che tutti insieme vogliono far sì che il mondo sia sempre più fraterno e di pace.
So, since 2015, it has also grown the synergy with the youth sector of the Focolare movement, which brings together children, teens, and young people from 182 countries with a common goal: to achieve universal brotherhood by involving many other young people from all over the world in this project. Run for Unity and the pathways which they promote have been enriched over the years by the participation of many of you. We invited today Fiorella Tassini and Agostino Spolti, responsibles in these years of the Teens for Unity, and Jérôme Cuquel and Paula Pepe, representing the Youth for United World. They will tell us about this path with Living and with their contribution.
Evviva Living Peace! Siamo felici di celebrare con tutti voi questa ricorrenza dei primi 10 anni di vita di Living Peace. Ringraziamo Dio per il grande sviluppo che ha avuto questa piccola grande idea e per questi 10 anni così ricchi di iniziative, conquiste e anche sfide. Living Peace ci rende tutti consapevoli che ognuno di noi può fare qualcosa per costruire la pace. Ringraziamo anche tutti quei bambini, ragazzi, giovani, adulti che anche attraverso l'entusiasmo di Carlos Palma in questi anni hanno lavorato per la pace come dei piccoli e laboriosi artigiani, piantando semi di rispetto, di solidarietà, di perdono, di cura, di fratellanza, di amore. Grazie. Tutti noi del Centro Internazionale Gen 3 e Teens for Unity, come pure tutti i ragazzi per l'unità del mondo e i loro animatori, abbiamo fatto nostro con entusiasmo fin dall'inizio questo progetto di Living Peace.
Il logo, una colomba composta da tanti segni diversi nei tratti e nei colori, significando che ciascuno può dare il proprio contributo, piccolo o grande che sia, ma insieme possiamo raggiungere l'obiettivo che per noi è la pace. Un altro aspetto importante è essere presenti sui social per testimoniare il nostro impegno con un linguaggio che arrivi a tanti. La proposta di Run for Unity, la staffetta internazionale che lanciata dai Teens for Unity, ha ormai preso tanti ragazzi nel mondo. È ormai uno degli appuntamenti fissi dei ragazzi anche di Living Peace. Ogni anno vede migliaia e migliaia di ragazzi e persone di ogni età scendere nelle strade e mobilitarsi per la pace, passandosi il testimone da un fuso orario all'altro del globo. Questo lavorare insieme, gruppi extrascolastici e scolaresche intere, incoraggia e dà speranza a tutti. Vogliamo ricordare oggi anche il metodo 6x1, 6 passi per un obiettivo, è diventato parte ormai costitutivo del progetto Living Peace. L'unione delle forze permette di raccogliere molte e varie esperienze da tutto il mondo, che sono di sprone ed esempio per tutti.
L'ispirazione che ci unisce e informa le nostre azioni di pace si può riassumere attraverso le parole che Chiara Lubich ha rivolto alcuni anni fa a migliaia di ragazzi. In questa ricorrenza speciale vogliamo riascoltarle insieme.
La pace, ma è di così grande attualità.
Peace of such great interest today. Yes, it is, of course, and perhaps more than ever before. Not only because dozens of wars are ongoing in the world today, but also because peace is threatened in a different. However, peace is so precious that all of us, adults and young people, leaders and ordinary citizens, must be actively involved in safeguarding it. Naturally, in order to know what to do, we need to be familiar with the deepest causes of this dramatic situation today. Well then, how can we create greater equality? How can we bring about some sort of communion of goods? It's obvious that goods cannot move unless hearts are moved. So we need to spread love, the reciprocal love that generates brotherhood and sisterhood among all. We need to invade the world with love, beginning with ourselves and with you, boys and girls. Therefore, loving is one of the great secrets of our time. Loving with a special kind of love. It's certainly not a love directed only towards our relatives and friends. This love is directed towards everyone. If you do this, if we all do this, universal brotherhood will spread, solidarity will grow, goods will be better distributed, and the rainbow of peace will shine over the world, a world which in a few years' time will be in your hands.
Paola and I are very happy to be able to participate in this great celebration of the 10th anniversary of Living Peace on behalf of all those who are active in the Youth for United World network throughout the world. What was born in a small neighborhood in Cairo as an act of active citizenship has become a response to the cry of humanity, thanks to the commitment of the children of the school. By taking the golden rule and the timeout as a lifestyle, you naturally inserted yourselves into this movement of life that put the others in the first place. Your project, which is also ours, has spread rapidly, crossing borders to reach thousands of young people. Every year, In May, the United World Week has become your appointment to present your achievements and offer your experience to many young people around the world. In recent years, our Dare to Care campaign became your slogan, linking many partners to the need to care for people and planet. We are here to tell you that together with many others involved in economics, justice, politics, art, and in these religious communities, we experience that only love can find solutions to the suffering of humanity. The creativity and enthusiasm that characterize you make us proud to be at your side. You are a magnificent star in this constellation that lives for unity and universal brotherhood. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Somos constructores de la vida, somos constructores de la paz. Nuestro colegio nos enseña el amor a la humanidad. Desde niños aprendemos, desde jóvenes también, decir no a la violencia, que la paz viene muy bien. Somos portadores de esperanza, soñando con un mundo mejor. Somos portadores de la vida, de la paz y del amor. Somos portadores de esperanza, soñando con un mundo mejor. Somos portadores de la vida, de la paz y del amor. Living Peace.
Creemos en la paz del mundo.
We have all experienced this time of pandemic as an opportunity to live with greater commitment to peace in the family, in school, in our communities, bringing it so many hearts in need. A large number of activities and even new versions of the Dice of Peace were born. Rosemary introduced us to the Dice of Peace elephant, and still many others have also been created. The therapeutic dice of peace, the dice of peace for axiology, for ethics, for sports, for psychology, for inclusion, and many others. At this point, we would like to ask Patricia from Mexico to tell us something about one of these dices of peace recently created.
Hi, everyone. My name is Patricia. I'm from Mexico. I was living in Cairo and participating in Living Peace from the beginning in my school, so I am very lucky. When I returned to Mexico in 2017, Carlos invited me to coordinate the activities of the project in Central America. There was a list of education centers in Mexico and Guatemala that had already participated in some activities, but still knew very little about the project, and so I got in touch with all of them, starting several training courses. Through a friend, we came into contact with the project, in the University of Cuernavaca, who immediately began to participate in many activities. One of them was the videos made to ensure closeness and send encouragement to the young people of Syria during the war and to those of Venezuela during the serious crisis. We quickly began to promote the project in associations, as well at the schools level and in the dioceses. We also presented the project to a local deputy who is very committed to the right to life and education, to the State Secretary of Education, and to other state responsibles. With an interreligious group that the Focolare movement had been carrying out for years, we have had a very special experience. After we presented our project, the idea of giving life to a new version of the dice was born. It was the Interreligious Dice of Peace, where each face had a phrase of peace from a different religion. A rabbi, a Muslim sheikh, a young Buddhist, Christians from different churches proposed phrases of peace from each holy book, and we committed together to put them in practice, to share our experience at the meeting next month. It was a very rich experience, marked by a strong unity, deep listening, being silent, total respect, attention to others, sharing how we live not only our phrase, but also the phrases of other religions. So we decided to make the dice official, making it known, but accompanied by a notebook explaining its sentences and completed with our own experiences. Today, the Interreligious Dice of Peace is known and practiced in many countries, giving an important contribution to interreligious dialogue in favor of peace. For me, these years in Living Peace have been wonderful because they have helped me more than ever. I feel alive, full of energy and motivation to give my small contribution for peace. Thank you.
So we arrived to the conclusion. So maybe we change the camera. So we have come to the end of this wonderful time together, rejoicing with many moments of our history that allowed us to look now to the future. We dream that hopefully a lot of you will get a PhD in the field of living peace, working on this project, that new activities and events will happen. We feel that the world increasingly needs a commitment to peace at all levels. And this day encourage us to put our talents, our time at the service of peace. But the secret is to remain united.
Many of you met Living Peace for the first time today, and perhaps you would like to join our network. In case, you just have to register on the website www.livingpeaceinternational.org or write to us at info@livingpeaceinternational.org. You have seen how many actions have been carried out to promote peace, and we are now preparing to live some key events for the project. The United World Week with the theme of integral ecology and the Run for Unity. At the same time, various formation courses will be held. The young people of Cape Verde, an African country, would like to hold a training for leadership of peace. And in the Philippines and Latin America, They are already organizing a course for young leaders of peace ambassadors. The meetings and exchange moments with Living Peace trainers and educators will continue, and the support of the valuable work of the local and national coordinators will go on. We take this opportunity to thank them for their commitment.
Who knows how many things will arise, but above all, we wish to remember that Living Peace is a project that aims at life. It means it's a project of life, at being protagonists of peace ourselves. And to do this, we have two tools at our disposal, from which everything started: the Dice of Peace and the Time Out. By the way, I was thinking that we spoke about the Dice of Peace, but maybe some people say, what are the sentences of the Dice of Peace? So I will remind you, for the people who maybe forgot or maybe that they don't know, the sentences are: we love each other, we forgive one another, we listen to the other person, I love everybody, I am the first to love, I love the other person. So we leave each other with this commitment to put into action the sentences of the dice, to communicate our experiences, and to meet every day at midday for a time out for peace. A special thanks to every one of you participated, the teachers, the students, the parents, the organization partners who are here, many, to share with us this moment. But of course, a special thanks is going for our translators and the technicians who supported us in making the event a success. So now, to end this nice ceremony, we will offer you the last peace song. Thank you so much.
We are one love, one race. We all come from the same place. We all live in this world together. It doesn't matter who's right. It doesn't matter who's wrong. If we don't all get along much better.
Show each other more respect, then maybe we could connect and stop taking all these things for granted.
You think that you're all alone, but we all share the same home. Let's join together and save the planet. If you love the world, it'll love you back. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at. If you love the world, it'll love you back. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at. Love is the only river holding the world together. Love is the only river. We're all in this together. We are the ones who can change. We are all one and the same. We are the ones who can turn the tide.
Doesn't matter who we are, 'cause hand in hand we'll go far. Let's get together and show our pride.
And if we all do our part, a new era can start. Never forget that you're not alone.
We're taking the world by storm. We're proud of how we were born. One love is all we need. One love is all we need.
And with this nice song, we say goodbye to everyone, even the people who are in the Zoom, a group who is in the Zoom, and we greet all the people who are following by YouTube in the different channels. Goodbye to everyone, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday, Living Peace.
Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Birthday, Living Peace.
Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone.